It is the three-dimensional arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules in a space to form a crystal. In a crystal, all the atoms, molecules or ions are arranged in a regular manner horizontally and vertically. All these atoms, ions or molecules, they are arranged vertically and horizontally in rows and columns in repetition, or that is known as in regular repetition, to form a crystal. You can see on the screen table salt NaCl. Its microscopic and macroscopic structure is given. In this structure you can see that green colored and blue colored balls are present. Purple and green colored balls are present. Purple colored balls are sodium ion and green balls are chlorine ions. You can see that how they are arranged horizontally and vertically in a straight line in different rows and columns. But all these units are repeated in a similar manner to form a NaCl crystal. This is the microscopic structure of NaCl. The macroscopic structure is given below of that. You can see it. Now the crystal is crystalline if it is arranged in regular manner as shown here. You can see that how horizontally and vertically the atoms, ions or molecules are arranged above and below to each other. In polycrystalline crystals are the crystals in which many of the crystals arrange themselves to form polycrystalline solid. Amorphous solid, that is the example of glass also. The atoms, ions or molecules, they are not arranged in a regular manner. Now after that, let us see the unit cell. The unit cell, which is the smallest group of atoms, ions or molecules that undergo repetition in regular manner in three dimension to form a three-dimensional arrangement of atoms, ions or groups, that is known as unit cell. When unit cell arranges itself in a regular manner to form three-dimensional space, it gives to the formation of crystal. In such a way, the unit cell, it is the smallest group of atoms or ions or molecules that repeated in regular manner. If we see the lattice parameter, it is the length between the 2 points on the corners of the unit cell. From the diagrammatical representation, I can clear you. In this diagram, you can see that the unit cell, there is one of the unit cell, this one, the blue colored box you can see, cubic box you can see, that is one of the unit cell, and the edges, they are dotted by blue color also. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 edges are present in a one unit cell. This unit cell repeated side by side, above, below, and by this repetition form a three-dimensional arrangement that is known as crystal. Okay. That is the depiction of three-dimensional arrangement of constituent particles. That constituent particles means atoms, molecules or ions of crystalline solid as points, or the geometric arrangement of constituent particles of crystalline solid at point in space, that is known as crystal lattice. That means crystalline lattice is the arrangement of actually atoms or molecules in a space. In easily we can see that. Now the crystal lattice have following points. Each constituent particle is represented by one point in the crystal. I already told you, you can see blue colored points, that are the constituent particle, that is indicated by one point in a crystal lattice. These points are known as the lattice points or lattice site. Lattice points in a crystal lattice are joined together by straight lines. You can see that all the dots, you can see that all the dots means that dots are the crystal site. That is lattice site or lattice point. They are joined with each other with the help of straight lines. By joining these lattice points with straight line, the geometry of the crystal lattice is formed. If we draw only the dots, that means if we draw only the lattice points, that is not the structure. We have to join these lattice points or lattice side with the help of straight lines. On joining this lattice point by a straight line, we will get the structural arrangement or the geometry of that crystal lattice. Now unit cell, I already told you, it is the smallest portion of crystal lattice, that is known as unit cell. It undergoes repetition to form an entire lattice. Now let us see what are the parameters of unit cell. There are nearly about 6 parameters, in which 3 parameters are edges and 3 parameters are angles. The edges are represented by letters A, B and C, and the angles between these edges are indicated by letters alpha, beta and gamma. We can also say that the dimensions along the edges of the unit cell is represented by ABC. And the edges of unit cell may or may not be mutually perpendicular. That means it is not compulsory that all the edges, that means all the edges ABC, the angle between them is not always compulsorily of 90 degree. The angle is different. In sometimes all the angles alpha, beta, gamma, they will be different from each other, or sometimes they may be same, or sometimes out of these 3 angles 2 will be same or 1 will be different also. Therefore it is said that edges of unit cell may or may not be mutually perpendicular. And always remember that the angle between B and C, it is always represented by alpha, angle between A and C represented by beta, and the angle A and B, between A and B, it is represented by gamma. These are the parameters, that is, these are the 6 parameters, in which 3 parameters are edges and 3 parameters are the bond angle between these edges. In diagrammatical representation is also given or shown on the screen. You can see it. Now let us see the types of unit cell. There are two types, primitive and centered. When all the particles present in the unit cell are present only at the corners or present only on the corners of the unit cell, then it is primitive. In centered unit cell, all the particles are present on the edges of the unit cell, but in addition to that, one or more than one particles are present at the center of the unit cell also. That means we can also say that except edges, one or more or one of the particle is situated at the other position in the unit cell. That is known as centered unit cell. Now centered unit cell, it has also three types: body centered unit cell, face centered unit cell and end centered unit cell. In body centered unit cell, one of the particle it is present at the center of the body of the unit cell in addition to the other particles which are present at the corners of the unit cell actually. In face centered unit cell, the particles are present at the corners, but some of the particles also lies at the center of each phases. Beside the particles lies as the corner. The phases means the side walls. In face centered unit cells, all the corners are occupied by particles, but also the edges of the unit cell are also occupied by the particles in the center. These are face centered unit cell. End centered unit cell, all the corners are occupied by particles. That means the particles are present at all the corners of the unit cell, but two particles are present on the center of the two opposite phases. Such type of unit cell are called as end centered unit cell. Let us see diagrammatically. This is the simple cubic unit cell. This is body centered. One of the particle is present in the middle of the unit cell, and also all the edges are occupied by the particles. It is compulsory that all the edges of unit cell are occupied by particles in all type of the unit cell. But in simple cubic unit cell, there is no other particle. In body centered cubic unit cell, one of the particle is present in the middle of the unit cell. In face centered cubic unit cell, the 6 particles are present on the 6 phases of the unit cell. In end centered, you can see that all the corners are occupied by particles, but 2 faces are there in upward direction and lower direction. These are the opposite phases, they are occupied by one particle also. This is the end-centered unit cell. This is also another representation of primitive body-centered or face-centered unit cells. In this representation, a unit cell is shown here, and what are the lattice points? The corners of that unit cell, that are known as lattice points, and you already know parameters: 3 edges and 3 bond angles between them. Now about the edges, it is also shown. It is also known that the edges may be also different. That means always it is not compulsory that A equal to B equal to C. It may be also like A not equal to B not equal to C, or A equal to B not equal to C, or A equal to B not equal to C. That means there are 3 to 4 chances, or we can say that the lengths of in unit cell, the lengths A, B, C, they may be similar or different, like the bond angles.